Welcome, Cigar Garage with Dot. Today I'm smoking a 5 Vega Gold. 5 Vega Gold. And I guess it's this way. Okay, like I said, 5 Vega Gold. Churchill, Connecticut, Equatorian, beautiful Connecticut, velvety wrapper with Honduran and Dominican filler. Wonderful cigar, smooth cigar. Let me know if you ever tried it. Let me know if you like it, and let me know if you'd like to try it. And see if you do. Let me know in the comments. Nice smoke, smooth. This is the second one I've smoked. The first one in the thirds. The first one, third, seemed to be a little bit grassy, smooth, nice. That barn, that outdoors type of Connecticut flavor. No spice at all. I didn't get any spice at all on my tongue. It says that it could be there's a little bit of white pepper in the background. I don't see that at all. It's just, unless it's just so smooth it doesn't get you, because I'm not a real deep spicy guy. I like a strong cigar, even good Maduro, but not with the spice. I like the ones that taste like coffee, chocolate, those kind of things. But anyway, this one, second, wonderful different taste. Nutty, creamy, almost like baked bread. It's the only way I can explain it. I think I understand what people say when they say that, though I know from one that I can equate bread with a cigar. But anyway, there is a flavor like that, like a bakery flavor, and then at the end you got chocolate. I mean, that's what it is. But anyway, it's a good cigar. And today I just like to, and excuse me again, as you know, I have allergies, and I'm actually in my cigar garage, and I'm having a cigar. And my nose is just very itchy today, and I guess some of yours is too this time of year. But anyway, if you'd excuse that, just want to say this chat's dedicated to the memory of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. I'm from the East Coast, Hackensack, and from New York area. And the Beach Boys was my favorite group from 1965 and probably will always be. And I graduated high school, I will say, in 1973. And the Beach Boys were a big thing. They had come to New Jersey, and they played in Roosevelt Stadium, Jersey City. And I took my future wife at the time there for the first big date we had. We were dating for like 2 weeks, and that was the night. I never forget that Beach Boy concert was fantastic, and they had like 2 or 3 encores, and they just kept going and going. It was wonderful. The stadium was packed it's a pretty big stadium. It's as big as most major league parks. It was big, and it's not even there anymore, but it used to go. It was big, and it was completely full, and the whole infield, outfield was completely full. It was almost shoulder to shoulder. That's how many people were there. And anyway, that was the first night that after all that dating, I finally set her on the hood of my 69 Mustang and told her that I want to be more than just friends. And we went to school together, went to high school together, but she was dating a guy I knew, and I wasn't that kind of guy. I wasn't going to, I had girlfriends. I didn't need to steal somebody else's, and I wasn't that kind of person. And anyway, so rather than steal, we became really good friends. I drove her home a bunch of times, but in reality, I wanted to go with her to the prom, and I really wanted to date her. And some of our mutual friends knew that. So when she did break up, one of our mutual friends drove her over to my house right away and whispered in my ear, "Look, you just broke up. Now's your chance." I asked her out. We went on a date to the movies, and for a couple of weeks we were dating. And I finally decided, let me get some Beach Boy tickets. They're coming. It'd be a great place to take her. So I took her there, and when I set her on my Mustang, I finally told her, I want you to be more than a friend. I mean, I've wanted to date you. I wasn't the kind of guy to try to steal you away from the guy she was dating. I don't even want to mention the names. Just a fella, good fella. He was a good fella, and I wouldn't do that to any of the guys. I'm not that kind of friend. You know what I mean? And in fact, I'm the opposite. I have your back. No matter what I think, I have your back if you're my friend. So anyway, what happened was that was the first night, and it was a Beach Boy concert. And in a sense, it's just so dear to my heart, because if it wasn't for that night, I don't know if we'd ever would have really carried on dating, and her knowing that I really was that close to her. And she didn't know at the time what happened that time in school when I said that she's going to be And I think I said junior year, but it was in the beginning of the senior year that I said that she'd be my wife in front of the teammates. In fact, it wasn't until our wedding day that one of my close friends told her that, and said, you know, he once said, he walked in and pointed to you and said, that girl's going to be my wife. And they said, you hardly know her. I said, well, you know, I know her now, and I just know that she's going to be my wife. It's just the weirdest thing. It's a true story. But I owe a lot to the Beach Boys in that respect. Not only did I love their music, Brian Wilson was a genius, an absolute musical genius. And I just like to say, Brian Wilson, may you rest in peace. And my prayers are with him and his family and the other Beach Boys that are still around. I thank them as well with this video. And just want to say that if you get a chance, give me a thumbs up, subscription. That'll help me a lot. But I just want